all good yesterday, and then the devil took your memory. And if you fell to your death today, I hope that heaven is your resting place. I heard the doctors put your chest in pain, but then that could have been the medicine. And now you're lying in the bed again. Either way I'll cry with the rest of them. My father told me, son, it's not his fault he doesn't know your name. And you're not the only one, although my grandma used to say, he used to say. Hey, Drew James here from Learn Guitar in London, doing an extra special collaboration lesson with Andy Stocks from the online guitar school. So Andy and I thought we'd get together and give you an Ed Sheeran song. I'm going to be showing you how to play the intro, the verse and the pre-chorus, and then Andy's going to be breaking it down for you to how to do the chorus. So without further ado, let's have a look at the left hand, check out the chords we use for Afire Love by Ed Sheeran, and also the rhythm. Okay, so to play along to the record with this one, you're going to need to put a capo on the 3rd fret. If you don't have a capo, it just means you won't be able to play along with Ed, that's all, okay? It's not the end of the world, you can still learn all these chord shapes, you'll just be playing them in open position. So the first chord is a B minor. Now I'm going to be showing you a bar chord way of doing it and an open chord way of doing it. It must be stressed that the bar chord way does sound better, but I can understand if you're just literally brand new to the guitar, you've been playing a month and a bit or so, then bar chords aren't really what you should be doing straight away. So I'm going to be showing you an open way of doing it as well. So the first chord, you're going to lay down your index finger over the bottom 5 strings, okay? Now I label the strings Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie. So that's E, A, D, G, B, E. So this bar over here, middle finger on the 3rd fret on the B string, ring and pinky tucked on top of each other, really close, okay, on the D and G string, or the middle strings if you prefer. And for that chord, you're going to press down nice and hard and strum the bottom 5. So that's your B minor. Now that is the more intermediate way of doing it, the bar chord. You can also try this way. So take your ring finger, put it on the 3rd fret on the B string, take your middle finger, put it on the 2nd fret on the G string, and take your index finger and put it on the 2nd fret also on the A string, okay? So the chord looks like this, and strum the bottom 5, okay? Now it doesn't quite sound as good, but it will get you through the song if you're finding the bar quite challenging, okay? So that's the other B minor. For the rest of the lesson, I'm going to be doing B minor this way. So the change after that is to G, so you leave your index finger there, okay, on the 2nd fret on the A string, but lift up the bar, middle finger on the 3rd fret on the thickest string, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the thinnest string, and then strum all 6. The next chord is really easy, it's an E minor, okay? So leave the index finger there again. Notice I'm showing you the most economical way of changing. And tuck your middle finger underneath your index finger and strum all 6. Okay? And then finally an A chord. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can move these fingers down a set of strings, so they're now on the D and the G string, and then put the ring finger on the B string on the 2nd fret and tuck them all in, okay? Or what you could do is you could use your ring, middle and pinky, and that's a little bit easier to squeeze them all into the 2nd fret. So that's your A chord, okay? And there's one other chord you're going to need, which is a D. So index finger on the 1st fret on the G string, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the E string, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B string. All this is relative to the capo. So this will be fret 1, fret 2, fret 3. Okay? Good. Now we're ready to get stuck into the song. So the beginning, we're just doing very slow strums. Now this is actually all played on the keyboard or synths. So to put it to the guitar isn't going to quite sound right, but it still sounds pretty good, I think. So we're going to go B minor, soft strums with the side of your thumb, and that just means slowly down the strings, because it's quite a sad song, alright? So we're not going to be like, right, it's not quite the right feel. So B minor, then to G, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, then to E minor, leaving this finger here, 1, 2, 3, then to A, move these down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for each one, count 4 after you've strummed the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the order of chords was B minor, G, E minor, A. And we do that twice at the beginning, okay? And then what happens next is we have a D, and we're going to strum bottom 4, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go to G, 2, 3, 4, and. Now what I'm doing is I'm emulating what the piano's playing these little licks, which they're not spot on for what the guitar's doing, but it still gives it this nice element of interest, okay? So we're going to go G, 2, 3, 4, and. Now what I'm doing with the 4 and is I'm going ring middle on the E and B string, leaving this G held down. So I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Then to E minor. 1, 2, 3, and you've guessed it, 4 and on those. So starting on the thinner string, going to the B string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then A, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, so let's just go from the D again where that bit started. So D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And then we're into the part where Ed starts singing. So it's B minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now let me just show you what he's doing there. It's quite important to get this right, okay? So we're B minor. For 3, count 3 when you're doing this. 1, 2, 3, then A, D. Okay? Now, it must be stressed that if you're finding those chord changes too quick, because it is quite a quick change, we're just going one beat on A and then into D, then just leave it out and just go straight to D. But I think it sounds a lot cooler if you can put it in there. Okay, so we go B minor, things were all good, A, D, and then the devil took your A, D, G, my mistake. Okay, so let's go through that order now. Alright, so B minor, 2, 3, A, D, 2, 3, A, G, 2, 3, D, G, 2, 3, 4, B minor. So there's no little passing burr there. It's just straight back to B minor, 2, 3, just in pain, D, and then there could have been the A, G, and now you're lying on the bed again, A. Either I'll cry with the rest of them. Okay, so we're just going to an A going into the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is, and my father told me, son. Okay, so that's an A. Either way I'll cry with the rest of them. You can go back to my performance of the video to follow along, or you can just cue up the record and start playing along with Ed to get the order of chords. And now into this pre-chorus. So it's G, and my D told me, son. So that's G, 2, D, 4, B minor, 2, 3, 4, then D, 2, 3, 4, and D, 2, 3. Then we repeat that, so G, 2, D, and B minor. Now it's really important that you're counting the right amount of beats, okay? If you're singing it, it may help you as well. So G and your D, the B minor 1, although my G, D to say A, he used to say. Okay, so let's just do that little join going into the chorus. So it's G to D 4, then A 2, 3, 4, and then we're into the chorus. And I've now done my part. It's now over to Andy for the chorus.
Thank you, Drew. For those of you that don't know, I'm Andy Stocks from the Andy Stocks Guitar School. If you are one of my subscribers, then please go and check out Drew on his channel at Learn Guitar in London. And if you're a subscriber of Drew's, then please come over to my channel, take a little look, see if you like it, and if you want to subscribe to me, you are more than welcome. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get on with the chorus of Afire Love. For the chorus part of Afire Love, we're going to use 4 chords. We've got B minor. You can use either way that Drew showed you earlier in the tutorial. So that's the first chord. Then we've got G, just like we got before. And then E minor, first and second fingers are in 2nd fret on the A and D string. And then the A chord. Okay, so just using chords that we've had before. So for the strumming pattern, we'll keep it nice and simple. 2 downstrokes, 2 upstrokes, 2 downstrokes. Down, down, up, down, down. G, up, down, down. E minor. And then A. So it's nice and easy. Obviously, the bar chord might give you a little bit of a problem, but Drue showed you an easier way to play that. So we're good. That's the easy way to do it. If you want to make this a little bit more interesting in the chorus, then you can change the rhythm and the technique that you're going to use. So I'm going to show you this. If you're a little bit more advanced player, this can work for you. So let's break this down. We're onto the B chord, and what you're going to do is a down and then upstroke. You don't want a pick for this. You're going to need your fingers. So we're going to go down and up, and then we're going to do a slap. So with the knuckles on the right hand, you just hit the string. So down, up, slap. Then with the thumb, we're going to hit the A string. So we've got down, up, slap, thumb onto the A string, and then with the first and second fingers on the right hand, we're going to play the G and the B string while still holding this B minor down. 2 of those. So we've got down, up, slap, thumb, first and second twice. And then we're going to go on to the thumb again to pick the A string. And then what you're going to do is a little bit of a tricky thing. We're going to slap and strum at the same time. So with the thumb, you're going to slap the string. But can you see I'm twisting my hand that way? And with the back of the nail of the first finger, you're going to catch the G and the B string. Now, if you're not too accurate with just the G and the B string, don't worry, it'll still sound good as long as you're holding the chord down. So let's have a look at this. We've got down, up, slap, thumb, first and second finger twice, thumb, and then the slap and the strum together. So that's the B minor. When you move on to the G, we're going to do the same thing. Down, up, slap, but the thumbs come on the thickest E string. So can you see everything's the same, but we've changed the lowest note of the chord down onto there, and that's just to allow this G to get in there. On the E minor, we're going to do the same thing. Thumb on the thickest E string. And then for the A, we drop the thumb back down onto the A string while keeping everything else the same. So I'll go through that slowly. Best of luck. Now back over to Drue.
And my father and all of my family rise from their seats to sing hallelujah. And my brother and all of my family rise from their seats to sing hallelujah. So let me show you what's happening in that outro there. So the chords are B minor, which changes to G, so remember, leave that index finger there. And then that goes to an E minor, leave the index finger there. And then that goes to an A, so just move these fingers down on the second fret on the D, G and B string. Okay, now the most important thing is to get a nice rhythm going for this, okay? So this is my suggestion of a rhythm for that part. There is some intricate picked parts that Ed's doing towards the end as well. So, here we go. So I'm going for each chord, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. I'll do that slowly. Now just take note of when I'm doing a louder strum, so listen. Down, 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 up, then changing. It really makes the song bring it to life if you put in those accents, those louder strums. So here it is a little bit faster. Thanks so much for watching our lesson today. What did you think? Do you like this idea, this collaboration? Andy and I thought it would be a really cool idea to get together and do this so that we can sort of show each other's subscribers our teaching style and what we do. We're both Brit guitar teachers and, well, we love what we do, so that's part of the reason why we got in contact with each other. Thanks so much for watching. You can check out Andy's channel. Obviously, you can check out my channel. Keep on playing. See you soon.